a raft of wandering otters. Paul and I are in day what?
4.
Day 4 of lockdown. Now for us, lockdown is just minimizing how much we get out of the car and actual interaction we have with strange surfaces. So we try not to go into anywhere where other people might have been touching stuff, blah blah blah. And so far we're getting a little bit of cabin fever. Spent most of the last 2 days in the house. There's only so much TV and computer games you can watch, and of course you could always do some cleanup and stuff, but what's the fun of that? So we are going to venture out today. Originally Paul had an appointment. The appointment got canceled, but Paul has been inspired, and I wish I had done this sooner, but Paul has discovered the old TV series, The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Is that right? And that was produced by George Lucas and I think, and Steve Spielberg, and or directed by Steve Spielberg. But anyway, it is fabulous. I never got into it because it was in the early 80s. I just got out of college and everything TV was just so bourgeois. I wouldn't have anything to do with it. And now watching it with Paul, well, anyway, I'll cut to the chase. Paul has been inspired by watching that show. He wants to learn foreign languages, and he wants to go to an art museum. So we're going to go to the art museum here in Monterey, and maybe there'll be more art museums in the future. So awesome! Well done, Indiana Jones. Okay. All right, Paul. So you ready for our adventure today? Mm-hmm. The Adventures of Young Paul Gordo. Follow us. Come see what we see. Oh, and day 4 of coronavirus lockdown. We shall see what happens. We're going to roll with the punches here. This is one of the art museums here in Monterey. There is more than one. And this one is closed for now, temporarily, for Monday the 16th. So I don't know if that's an ordinary thing or it's just today or what. What do you think, Paul?
It's starting today.
Yeah, disappointed. Okay, well, that's understandable. Look at this beautiful city hall for Monterey.
Well, all of ours killed our chances.
It's going to be a fairly common thing for a while, right?
We're at lockdown.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
What can I... Okay, well, we're learning lessons in dealing with disappointment. So the art museum was closed. We might check the other art museum to cheer ourselves up.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to check it? Okay.
It's for safety's sake.
For safety's sake. There's so many thoughts running through my head. how this is kind of overreaction, but then what if they're right? So who knows? One thing's for sure is everybody needs to take it reasonably seriously, but I wish people would stop hoarding toilet paper. We just want our normal supply. But I get it. People.
They're looting.
No, they're not looting. Hoarding means that they're stocking up on it. And now, if you look on Amazon and places like that, there are people that are ka-ching, taking advantage of the whole thing and charging outrageous or asking outrageous prices for toilet paper.
Abolish this.
Well, what can you do? It's supply and demand.
Yes.
The demand is way up, so the supply is down, so that means the price goes up. That's just normal
Sad.
economics. Well, I don't think we're to the Soviet Russia yet, so you watch, the market will respond, okay? So just have to give it a chance to retool. I don't know how many trees are going to die because of the coronavirus, but it'll be plenty, I don't doubt it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and give ourselves an alternative. How about we do a little drive around before we go to Habit Burger?
Yeah.
Sound good? You want to see what we see? We'll drive Cannery Row again and a few other places. It is a Monday, so they normally aren't that busy on Mondays, but you never know what you might see. The Aquariums is busy almost every day, but gee whiz, I'll bet slows way down. And in fact, I gotta wonder how long before the aquarium closes just for this lockdown. Well, I did a little looking because Paul was asking many questions, and I said I'm going to have to look that up. Oh, you go Sooners! Huh. Sooners? You know, honestly, there's nothing wrong with walking down the street on a sunny day here. I also think that the salt air here makes it harder for a virus to thrive outside of human bodies. That doesn't mean you should touch surfaces and be uncautious, but what a beautiful day we have. The air is extra clean today, and just with the sun out, it's almost like a film set or something where they're reflecting the light and making sure you can really see clearly. Let's see what the museum's doing here. I have a hunch. Yes, the aquarium is closed today. So, no surprise, really. And what I read in a little bit of research about COVID-19 is that there's some good news. First of all, the spread of the disease and the death toll from the disease in China has basically plateaued. It has stopped increasing, and that's always a positive sign. If you're following the spread of a disease, that's always a positive sign that a disease is kind of reaching its peak. The other thing is that the disease is unfortunately spreading worldwide, but hold on a minute and keep your hats on. That might have to do with people getting diagnoses that were before that were considered just ordinary flu or something else. So before we race to the conclusion that it's out of control and a uncontrollable pandemic, remember that people didn't even know what it was, or may not have known what it was outside of China. So worldwide data just might be people are doctors and health professionals are more savvy about diagnosing the disease. Third of all is that
it's not spreading.
well, that's the social distancing and flattening that curve of spread is considered our best defense against the disease. So even though this is going to be inconvenient and really an economic trauma for the travel and entertainment industry, overall, I think many good things will come out of this very high cost solution. But honestly, I don't think it's nearly as high a cost as watching people come down with the disease. Lastly, in addition to social distancing again and again, every immunologist and doctor is going to tell you wash your hands with soap and water. It is the single, and that's like 15 to 30 seconds in warm to hot water, as hot as you can stand it actually, with soap, is the single best way to clean your hands and help stop the spread of bacteria, germs, or virus. All right. Enjoy the view. What a beautiful day. Isn't this a beautiful day? Look at this. Flowers are starting to bloom. Let's look at the upside, and we don't even have to get out of the car to appreciate all this.
It's like salt air coming in.
Well, that too. Yeah, that salt air is good for us.
And it's seeping in.
Look at that. Look at how beautiful.
The salt air is seeping into our brains and our breath.
Well, and our lungs, yeah. Absolutely. It's really good for us. A raft of wandering otters, thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Honestly, folks, views like this, if you follow good practices, come at extremely low risk, and look what you would see.